Finally, Alan Moore's Killing Joke on the big screen. What we all wanted. Or is it? Hello, my name is the Psychonaut, and I just saw The Killing Joke, and I have some thoughts on it, so without further ado, let's kill this review. Get it? Because it's like the title. No? Okay. Now we all know Alan Moore's work is 80 pages long and not worth an animated movie, so they added a whole, what was it, 30 minutes of it, of just filler Batgirl plot. And I don't mind seeing Batgirl on screen, she is a badass herself, but the whole plot that was added felt so differently from what the book was. There is a subplot about this guy named Paris Franz, or something like that. And he's just there to piss off Barbara and push her over the edge. He keeps playing her and tricking her into his traps until she snaps a little and beats his ass down. But before she kicks his ass, she does this. Okay, whatever, moving on. Halfway through the movie, the actual Killing Joke starts, and it is awesome seeing the panels come to animated life. Except it feels lost somehow. The art was fine, but the way things were introduced, or the famous Sanity Clause speech, was handled was so weak and missed the whole impact of what the book was and still is. The book itself felt more controversial than the whole movie by actually showing less. But what was shown had an impact beyond what our tiny kid brains could handle at the time. Hell, I read The Killing Joke a few years ago as an adult and still made me feel something uneasy and dark. It was awesome! But this seems more calm and missed the whole point in a way. I know they never said it was a full adaptation and Brian Azzarello wrote the script, but it felt too weird and, well, not put together. The animation was fine, no problems, but that's about it. For the conclusion, I guess for me it missed the whole point and it added 30 minutes of what was cool but ultimately not needed at all. They should have just have done the 80 pages and boom, people would have been happy. If they wouldn't have been, well then that sucks for them, because this should have been a straight adaptation for the fans or the people who wanted to see the work of Alan Moore, even though they could have just read the book. So overall, the whole movie, it felt fine, it was cool to see, but you have the Batgirl Batman sex scene, which is fine in and of itself, but it's just kind of weird because as a comic book fan, that's not a thing that any of us want to see. We want to see Dick and Barbara, yeah, but the whole Franz thing added felt filler and just kind of a waste of time, and honestly the whole entire time I was just waiting for the Killing Joke to start. Even their interactions felt lazy. The whole Gordon thing going insane, I didn't feel the emotional impact that I did when I read those panels, honestly. I didn't read the panels, I saw the panels, but when I read the dialogue, that book made me feel everything was that Gordon was going through. But instead, they just added a song in the movie, and I'm not opposed to that, but it just, because it's very Jokerish to, you know, randomly just sing in the middle of horrible things, but the whole point was missed. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say about the movie, is the fact that it didn't feel, it had no impact, and it just felt like someone saw opened the book of The Killing Joke and said, that's cool, and then they just slapped that at the end. And I know I kind of went harsh and barely at all what I liked, but, you know, it's a quick review. It was very quick, but if you guys want a more in-depth review, then let me know. But for now, the verdict stands as it is. It was cool to see, but I'll keep the book.